are now listening to Lauer Road Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. What? Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. What? Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Let's get it.
What? At Tanagra, when the walls fell. This is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason. And then we got Harrison is on the technology. The information czar. Preston is here. And then Jesse, the mayor of Fart City, is here with us.
You remembered.
It's his new nickname, Mayor of Fart City. We don't need to explain why, but it's
self-evident.
It's valid.
Yeah.
It's valid. So before we get into anything, I sent a question out to everybody. The question is, you have 30 minutes to hide a USB drive in your home. Your house will be then raided by police, detectives, and some FBI agents, all searching for it. Where will you hide it so that it will not be found? Jason?
So basically, you're Republican in this scenario because they don't raid Democrats.
No, they cover it up. They'll go in just to hide stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what Rudy Giuliani did, because they raided his house for a bunch of information, and he tried to give him Hunter Biden's hard drive.
Oh, that's funny.
And they would not take it.
That's awesome.
They took every computer in his house except
for
Hunter
Rudy
Biden.
Giuliani. That guy's got spunk. That dude.
The older he gets, the harder it is to understand.
Yeah. He's starting to. Yeah. All right. So what do you do with the USB drive?
Okay. I have 30 minutes.
30 minutes. See, this is the thing. Jesse went straight to putting it somewhere. But that takes. So the question is, if you have 20 seconds, what do you do? That's a different question than if you have 30 minutes. What do you do?
Might take 30 minutes to build up the courage.
To build up the courage?
Yeah.
Just looking at it. All right.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Savannah, come help me.
30 minutes. You got 30 minutes. That's not a small amount of time.
Yeah.
You can do a lot in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I think I probably try to put it under a floorboard, like under the carpet.
Yeah.
Like pull up the carpet in the corner, pull up the floorboard, and, lay it all back down.
Sure. Jesse?
My house, correct?
Sure. Yeah.
Not
your
just
house.
a generic
your
house.
Your home.
Okay, my home. Okay, well, like I've got 2 acres. I've got a dog kennel. And
Bury it and poop.
100% we have a pile of poop.
Yeah.
That's one place.
I feel like they're going to look for that.
In the poop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do they know that I had 30 minutes to hide it?
I mean,
That's a good
Or
question.
That's a good question.
Did someone tip me off?
sure.
Like, hey, in 30, they're coming from Delaware.
Let's say they know you had 30
They
minutes.
know I had 30 minutes, so that makes the hiding
Oh,
spot.
and let's add this little wrinkle into the plan. They only have 30 minutes.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's great.
Because if they have
Infinite
amount of time,
yeah.
eventually they'll just strip everything down,
Yeah.
and until they find it. So
Also think that you could, if you had it in a little Ziploc bag, you could put it down a sink drain.
yeah, you could
Because
do that.
then you could undo the sink drain underneath.
Yeah, you could do that. That's pretty good.
Does it have to stay in the house? Like, so?
Got to be in the house.
Oh, gotta be in the house.
Because they've got eyes on the house. So if you walk out or
Satellites on the
whatever,
property.
yeah, they're going to be watching you. You're in the home. They don't. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, okay, that changes things.
Preston. Well, Jesse.
All right. Well, since I have like what seems to be a million dirty diapers,
Oh, yeah.
I just put it
Okay,
in there.
put it in one of the dirty
You know,
diapers.
It'd be covered by the scent, So
That's not bad. That's not bad. Jesse.
I got a sump pump that
Sump
goes
pump?
down. I mean,
Okay.
it's filled all the time.
Yeah.
There's a sump pit, I think is what they're called.
Can flash drives get wet and then unwet?
Oh, that's another question. Does
yeah,
the flash
don't-
drive
No.
have to work after?
Yes, it definitely has to work.
Okay,
Because it's
then.
evidence that something, I don't know, somehow it's important that
gonna
it stay
take-
intact.
it's gonna take the
Otherwise, you
Biden
could just put it in
regime down. Yeah.
the fire or something.
That was, okay, well,
Right.
there goes my second thought.
Burn it.
Uh-huh.
It's quite cool.
It's going in the sump
Here's what
pit.
I would do. I would, because 30 minutes is not a small amount of time.
Yeah.
I would find a a piece of trim or wood into a 2x4 or something like that. I would drill a hole in it. I would put it in it. I would get 5-minute mud, which sets up in 5 minutes. A little bit of spray paint. Put a hair dryer on that. I could be done with that entire process in 15 minutes.
And do you have 5-minute mud at the house?
I do. So
okay,
yeah,
that works.
So I can make that happen, and then it literally will it'll just be gone.
Yeah,
you will not.
See, I think if you put it in a floorboard with the carpet over it, pin it all down.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like the sink thing. The sink thing is pretty good. You put it in a Ziploc bag down the sink, and you just know I'm going to come get it later.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I feel like with a half an hour, you could also be setting false one like instead of hiding it under the carpet under the floorboard, you pull up a piece of the carpet and you kind of let it sit up a little bit so
they capture the wrong one.
To capture the wrong one, with a little notes that says haha, gotcha.
Question: can you place a decoy flash drive?
Well, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just do multiple
super secret.
Do not
write on
steal.
It. Yeah,
floppy
Top
disk
secret.
places.
Yeah,
or you could Kevin McAllister the whole place. And just set up a bunch of booby traps for everybody. You guys give up, or are you thirsty for more? All right, Jason, we want to know right off the bat today, before we get started, are you on Team Daily Wire, or are you on Team Steven Crowder?
I think I'm on Team Crowder.
You got to pick one, really?
Yeah.
All right, so if you don't know, so Steven Crowder, Louder with Crowder, is probably the biggest conservative talk show, YouTube channel, whatever.
Well, he's a combination. He's entertainment. He's a comedian. He's very funny, but he's also very informational.
Right.
So it's this combination.
So a lot of people watch him.
Yeah.
He said that on the election night that he was the number one show. Live streaming.
Yeah.
Nobody was following the election more than the people with him.
Right.
And so he's a big deal.
Yeah.
And he was with Blaze.
Correct.
The Mormons. He was with the Mormons.
Yep.
And something happened there.
Well, his contract was up.
But you get the sense that something...
He wasn't happy with the arrangement.
And he wasn't happy with the arrangement.
Right.
And so he leaves the Blaze.
Correct.
To search for greener pastures. And it seems as if he put a feeler out there that said, hey, I'm available and I'm taking offers.
Yeah.
And so offers came in, and then the next thing he releases a 20-minute...
28 minutes.
28-minute YouTube video in which he's holding a contract and he's reading it, and he's very frustrated because this contract has all of these clauses in it that he feels like is restricting his free speech.
Right.
That he feels like it's limiting what he can do, and it's trying to steal money from the creator and cause him to do things that he doesn't really want to do.
Who are these people stealing the money?
What? Who's stealing the money? Yeah, I don't know.
No, the people who owned the contract, the network.
Well, this is what I'm saying. But he didn't.
I know all this stuff. But
he didn't. He read the contract, but he didn't say. I'm not going to say where this is from.
Yeah.
But I got the others. But I'll just read some of this one.
Right.
Just as an example, and he called it the big con.
Yeah.
Right. So he is, and he's like the name of the YouTube video was "It's time for this to stop." He was very passionate.
Right.
And I watched it. You sent it to me, and I watched it, and then I told Erica about it, and she goes, I wonder if the Daily Wire offered him anything.
Everybody knew that.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. And then the next day, I think, the
Jeremy
next
Boring.
morning, Jeremy Boring, they call him the God King of Daily Wire, releases an hour-long video.
Twice as long as Crowder's.
An hour-long video to say, yes, that contract, what he was reading was from us.
And he went by line by line.
And he literally read the entire contract.
Right.
To explain this is what this is about.
Right.
So this is where we're standing today. That was this morning.
No. An hour ago.
Oh.
Crowder released a 15-minute video.
I wish.
And it's war.
Is it?
Yes. Crowder went back against
He
Daily
came
Wire.
against him. I wondered if my question was, is there going to be a reconciliation?
I don't think so.
But so you say no.
No.
Okay.
So this is
so
my
you're on
opinion.
Team Crowder.
I'm on Team Crowder.
So I will say I'm on Team Daily Wire. But
what?
But I have
Jews.
But I have not. Listen, I'm a fan of the Jews.
Would you leave the Mormons to go to the Jews?
I would leave the Mormons to go to the Jews.
I think I would leave the Jews to go to the Mormons.
No. If I have to choose,
are these Messianic Jews?
They can be. Aren't they all on some level? You know. I don't, so I mean, they all believe in a Messiah. You know who the Messiah is. That's the question. So yes, I would rather be if I got to throw my lot in with the Jews or throw my lot in with the Mormons. I'm going to throw my lot in with the Jews.
I think I'm choosing the Mormons.
That's me. That's just me. Okay.
I think I'm choosing the Mormons on this
I'm
one.
a big fan of the Jews. One of my favorite people was Jewish. Actually, my favorite. Yeah, probably my favorite person. So I will say I am on Team Daily Wire, but I have not seen the video that he released 30 minutes ago. I'm
Right.
very glad that
fantastic.
he came at them because that's more fun for me.
Crowder recorded phone conversations between him and Jeremy Boring.
Really?
And was playing them.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, I like this.
It's fantastic.
Oh, I wish I could have listened
It's
to it.
all out war.
Really?
There's no way they reconcile.
Especially with Jeremy Boring's track record of if someone ticks him off, he goes and makes a whole nother company to compete with him. Jeremy's Razors, We Hate Harry's.
Yeah.
I mean, the next show on the Daily Wire is going to be like Crowder sucks. That's it.
Well, I love it. I love
Yeah.
the fact that they're fighting just because it makes my life more fun.
Yeah.
It's whatever. It is what it is. I mean, it means that I think what it means is there's big money at stake.
And they're passionate about it.
And they're passionate about it.
right.
So that's fine. I'm all for it.
So here's my simple. I'm a simple person.
You are.
I'm a simple person.
I've said that
Everybody
before.
has said that. They keep on telling me you're very simple.
You're like Leonard Skinner.
Simple kind of man. Okay. I don't know what that was supposed to be.
That was Simple Man by Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
It's a great song. Guitar solo.
I was just waiting for you to sing it.
The guitar solo screams. It is so good. That is such
It's
a
a
good guitar
fantastic
solo.
song. I love Leonard Skinner.
Who doesn't?
Preston.
No, I like Leonard Skinner.
Okay.
Okay, here's my
All right, give
my
it to
simple
me.
breakdown.
Yeah.
The Daily Wire is all about the money.
Okay.
Right? It's business.
They are trying to build a multi-billion-dollar corporation
Yes.
that can compete with Amazon.
And Disney and Fox and everybody else.
Netflix
right?
and
They're
everything.
all about the business and the money.
That is their goal, is to build a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
And I don't fault them for that.
Yes.
Which is why the contract had very specific clauses in it.
Right.
And certain guarantees and reductions and all
Sure.
that stuff. And they're protecting their own brand.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Sure.
Crowder, actually, in my opinion, doesn't care about the money.
He's just a truth teller.
Well, I think for him, it's culture. So he's creating a culture of free speech. He's creating a culture of young conservative voices. He's creating a culture that is anti-tech, which is difficult on a tech platform.
That is tough.
But the whole idea is, so we got business versus culture. And those two things do not play well together. Right? I really think that they could have tripled that offer. We'll pay, $300 million.
Sure.
And Crowder's like, if I can't do what I want to do, no deal.
That he doesn't care about the money as much as
Right.
he cares about, I want to be able to do what I want to do.
Yes.
Now, aren't they saying, based upon my understanding of Jeremy Boring, and I actually was not able to listen to the entire, I think I got through like 40 minutes
That's
of it.
enough.
Okay. It seems to me that what they're saying is you can say whatever you want to say. We want you. We want to be in the Steven Crowder business.
Right.
But if you lose one of our sponsors,
Yes.
then you got to give us 90 days
to make it back.
to make it back.
Right.
And if we can't find anybody to sponsor you in 90 days, then we'll lose money, but you'll lose money too because we want this to be a joint venture.
Right.
And for me, it makes complete sense because they might be, they might not be now friends, and they might love one another and trust one another on some level, but he is still a liability. So what happens if Steven Crowder just goes off the deep end and he's got a 4-year contract,
Right.
and at year 2 he starts going Kanye on everybody
Yeah.
and starts saying all these crazy things that any legitimate sponsor would be like, we don't want to be in the business of that. I mean, what if he hits his head or something and like something like happens and he just gets completely knocked off his rocker? They want to be able to say, listen, if you're going, we're not going to go down with that ship. If you're a liability, and these are the boundaries that we want to set in place.
Yeah.
But to me, they didn't seem ridiculous.
I think it seemed fair.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This is the proposal. And so what should have happened at that point is Crowder's legal team
Yeah.
should have combed through it, made a bunch of scratch marks, and sent it back.
Yes, that's the way business works.
That's the way business works.
Yes.
And so that's my only fault with Crowder.
I think
It's like,
I
listen,
think it's the fault of the entire thing, though. I think I think what he did was legitimate in putting himself out there. I think what the Daily Wire did was completely legitimate. Said, here's our first offer, right? This is the opening. This is to get the discussion started,
Right.
Right, and then he goes back. Well, I don't like this, this, and this.
that's the way contracts work.
Yes, and I don't know why he wouldn't have
Like if you buy a house,
assumed that was going to happen.
if you buy a house,
Yes.
it goes back and forth. It's
Right.
like, well, these windows are old.
Yeah.
So either you reduce the price that we can put in new windows,
Yes.
or you put in the new
I've
windows.
had that discussion about a house that I paid $100,000 for,
Yeah.
and they're going to pay him $50 million baseline, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's a lot of money at stake. It's not a ridiculous thing.
Here's
I
the
think
thing.
he's too emotional.
Yeah, I will say this. I think they're both right and they're both wrong.
That's such a cop-out.
But it's true. I just think
How is Daily Wire wrong? What did they do that was wrong?
well, so after you hear this next
That's what I need to hear.
after you
I
hear
guess.
this next one, when you hear Jeremy's voice
Yeah.
basically saying we're going to use up people that we sign, and then when their contract is done, they can go do their thing.
Yeah.
And they maintain the ownership and the rights to all that material.
Of what they made while they were getting paid by the Daily Wire.
Yes.
Yeah. So, like, if Matt Walsh leaves the Daily Wire, he can't take What Is a Woman with him. And
Correct.
that seems reasonable, though. They're the ones that took the risk for that, right? Because they paid for it. So they're the ones that get to keep it. That
Yes.
makes complete sense to me.
Listen, there's a balance with this stuff, because what they're doing is they're telling people that you can't say, like, for instance, the Jews.
Okay.
I was going to say the vaccines, but I think the Jews are probably a safer bet. If you started bashing the Jews and YouTube removes you, right? Who does that fall on?
Who
Financial
you mean
responsibility.
Who? Yeah, you mean consequence? Maybe
Consequences of that.
Yeah, I mean that falls on the Daily Wire. If in this situation,
Yeah.
if you're saying if the Daily Wire hires Steven Crowder and then he goes Kanye,
Right.
or Ye or whatever his name
Whatever
is,
his name,
and then it starts saying all this stuff, and then everybody pulls their sponsorship and YouTube drops them and everything like that.
But if
The
you're Daily Wire,
consequence hits the Daily Wire. Yes,
but if you're Daily Wire, you know this.
you know what?
You know what you're getting when you get Crowder.
Well, yes.
That's why there's boundaries within the contract.
Yes,
But
but
that's
we're
why he's
saying
down.
we want you to be the same Crowder that we know, and if for some reason you went off the radar, well, then we're not going to be responsible for that.
To me, Crowder has a pretty good track record.
Yes, he does, but I'm
Okay.
saying stuff happens.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's what. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and it,
know.
and it requires.
I know.
And if Crowder wants to come back and say, "Listen, I want to keep all of my content. I want to be able to say what I want to say, do what I want to do." So let's change the money. Let's bring the money way back because I want more reward for my effort or something.
Maybe it should have just been performance based
Yeah.
rather than guaranteed.
Yeah. It's
You know.
like when you hire
pay-
somebody to do drywall, you can say, I want this whole house done, and I'm going to pay you $10 an hour to do it.
Right.
Or you
we'll
can
pay
say,
you $10,000 an episode. However many you produce, we'll pay you $10,000 an episode.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of negotiation that should have happened.
Right.
That he negated by going on the internet and blasting them
Yeah.
after they sent them
let me
one
just-
contract.
Let me just change your mind. I'll give you an opportunity to go Team Crowder.
Change my mind.
Oh, hey, I didn't even mean to do that.
But it's
Yeah, no, that was unintentional. I sent Crowder an email,
Uh-huh.
and I said,
Hey, man, if
hook
you're
us up.
If you're looking to start your own business, we want to be in the Steven
We
Crowder
wanna
business.
team up.
We want to be in the Mug Club.
So if Crowder comes and says, we love your content, would you be Team Crowder, or would you tell him to his face, you are wrong?
I think Crowder would appreciate my honesty. I would also very much like to be on Team Crowder.
Wait, how much? No, I think just for the sake of having an increased audience and influence, it's worth it.
Yes, I would be on Team Crowder, but I wouldn't be like, pull this episode down because I criticized him or whatever. I'm saying what I think makes sense to me
Yeah, no,
in the
it's-
moment.
Listen, it's at this point it's legal. It's just legal stuff.
It's all legal
It's
stuff.
all legal
Well,
stuff.
it's legal stuff that's getting personal.
Well,
though.
it got real
Yeah.
personal real quick.
Yeah.
the one thing. So I lean a little bit more Team Crowder. I'm kind of hedging my bets here just in case he does reply.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, one of the people have to go off of our show to be on.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I want him to know
that you're
Team Crowder. Hashtag Team Crowder.
Well, if
Preston-
Jeremy Boring comes calling, though,
well,
And that's why I'm kind of hedging my bets here.
I'll be on Team Crowder. I'll be on Team Daily Wire.
I'll be on Team Candace
Prager.
Owens.
Yeah, stop. Okay, Team Candace. She's not interested.
Oh,
okay,
no.
yeah.
Team Tommy Lauren.
I don't even know who that is.
She's the blonde
I would go
one.
Team Mormon all day.
You would go on Blaze?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, if Blaze wanted to hire us to be us, yeah, I'd say yes.
The whole thing is we just want to be us.
Yeah.
I just want to be. Can I just do
Which is
stupid
what
things?
Crowder wants, right?
Yes.
But what I didn't like was because I listened to both when he was calling it Big Con, right? And he is saying, and he said explicit, they are big conservative, but it's a con. And I think he really did try to kind of diminish what they're doing because I think what they're doing is super valuable. What I think he probably should have done from the outside looking in is, hey, get on the phone. Hey, Jeremy, this contract ain't going to work. I'm not going to pay
He did
all
that
these
and recorded
fees.
it. You got to listen to this last one.
But then leave it alone.
Yeah.
Or Jeremy says, well, okay, then send us back some amendments that you would like to see. And then if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. No one has to know about it.
I would love to be in the room with Ben Shapiro and Jeremy Boring when they see that Steven Crowder posted another video, right? Wouldn't you?
Yeah, they're doing a group watch party, right?
Oh, my goodness. Give me that access. I'll pay Daily Wire Plus multiplied, divided, whatever you want to. I'll pay it all.
I'd like to see Matt Walsh's take.
I want to see, Matt Walsh. I want to see all of them.
Andrew Clavin.
just to see. just to see his face when he sees
that
that video.
notification pops up.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like I could just see him last night. I was thinking he posted this hour-long video.
Yeah.
In my mind, it's like his kid probably had like a basketball game that night. He's like, honey, I Steven Crowder posted something. Now I got to respond to it.
It's their 30-year anniversary.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't come home tonight. And she's like, it's always this way, Jeremy, with
She's
you.
giving birth to their
right.
child.
He's
But
like,
I'm on Team Jew. We got to do
But
this.
Steven Crowder posted something, and I have to respond to it.
Is there a Team Catholic?
Is there a Team Catholic? That would be, what's his name? Michael Knowles.
Michael Knowles, Smarmy Knowles.
Yeah, he's so smarmy.
He is.
You look
but
up
he's the one
smarmy
that
in the
I
dictionary.
listen to the most frequently out of all of them.
He's got this look when he's like, he's got something figured out and he's just waiting to say it, and he's just about ready to get into it. He's so, I agree with him on almost everything.
Yes.
Except for all the Mary stuff. I agree with him on almost everything, but doggone it, is he smarmy.
I don't know that I would like him in real life.
No,
Maybe at a party if I had a
I don't
couple
know.
drinks.
I'd be interested.
Okay, so this is a different question.
Yeah.
You're going to hang out at a party with one of these guys.
The Daily Wire guys?
Or Blaze or Crowder or anybody.
Who's the
Oh.
best hang?
Yeah, who's the best hang?
Crowder's got to be the best hang.
Can you throw some more people at me? I mean, Ben Shapiro's like horrible, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
He stands in the corner of the room, just awkwardly.
He's
like,
just tuning a
This is not what
violin
I-
the whole
this is
time. I
really
just
not what I
think,
appreciate doing.
like, I love Ben Shapiro. Love
Yeah,
Ben
yeah,
Shapiro.
yeah.
He's not a good hang. He
No.
can't be a good hang,
No.
right?
Right.
I know on the face of it, Steven Crowder looks like it, right?
Yeah.
But he also seems, after further information, to be rather emotional.
he's the one that gets in a fight and he expects you to join in with him.
Yeah.
Like, come on, grab your Walther, let's go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, here we go.
I guess I'm on Team Mug Club, so this is the way it is, I guess.
Any of the Blaze guys, Glenn Beck.
I'm not. No, Glenn Beck is just going to cry all the time. He just cries too much, I can't be around a man that cries that much,
He cries. Yeah.
He cries a lot.
I like Glenn Beck.
I don't mind Glenn Beck. I don't.
Is Alex Jones on the list?
Listen. There's
I like
nobody.
that.
I'm the biggest fan.
I
Nobody
understand.
is a
Jesse
bigger fan.
Waters.
I understand. Alex Jones is not. He's his own category.
Yeah,
I don't
Dude,
think.
I would love to hang with Alex Jones.
Yes.
Just follow him around and watch how he interacts with people. Just
I wish
in a normal.
I would take a
setting.
2-week vacation just to hang with Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say like Matt Walsh would be a lot of fun.
I think so.
But
he'd be a
he's
stick in
also
the mud.
just seems quiet. Like he just would not like.
No, I think the two of you are sitting in a corner making fun of everybody else in the room.
I'd love to make fun of people with Matt Walsh. Just that sounds like a lot of fun. Can I go to like a women's march with Matt Walsh.
Yes, I think that would be so much
That would be a
fun.
lot of fun. If I had to pick
What is a woman?
I I really like Andrew Clavin a lot.
Yeah.
I would probably pick, actually like his son even more than I like him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know
Drew?
Spencer.
Spencer.
Yeah, I like Spencer Clavin a lot.
Yeah.
So
heard of him.
yeah, I might.
I don't. Well, Jordan Peterson.
Oh no,
No.
no.
No,
Yeah.
as a hang, no.
No, he's a horrible.
You'd
hang.
have to go
Yeah.
home and sleep for like 6 months to
I'm so
recover.
tired.
From that.
I'm
Yeah.
so
Like Jordan,
drained.
my room is clean. Okay, it's clean. All right, I don't need
Well, what is clean?
Well, that's what I don't understand.
Everything you say, he just questions.
I
Well,
don't-
know what that bloody means.
Yeah, I don't know what you bloody mean by clean. So, like, I don't know. And Jordan, I'm just trying to, like, what do you want on your pizza? Well, I don't know what you mean by pizza. In Italy, it's one thing. In Chicago, it's another. Like I don't know. He seems like not a lot of fun to hang out with.
I'm telling you, of all the guys, I think it's Matt Walsh. I think sitting in the corner at a party,
Yeah.
sitting in the corner with Matt Walsh, making fun of everybody else in the room.
I'll take Spencer Clavin.
Okay.
Listen,
Alex Jones aside,
maybe
I'll go.
I'd like to hang out with Spencer and Andrew together. But if I got to pick, I guess one of these people on the list, I like Spencer Clavin probably the
Okay.
best.
I'm going Crowder because I feel like Crowder and I in a public setting around multiple other people, I feel like we have the closest personalities to each other.
I don't know.
Because I feel like I can be pretty. Listen, you've never seen me after a couple brewskis.
Well,
Okay,
yeah.
I think Crowder and I get along really well.
Well, if you're both drunk, lots of
Not
things.
drunk. No.
I
I
feel
don't
like
get drunk.
what's Crowder's guy? The guy that's always like with them.
Dave
Dave
Landau?
Landau?
Yeah.
I love Dave.
Ahoy!
I feel
Yeah.
like you and
He-
Dave would be friends.
He
I don't
was in
think so.
Ohio recently.
Yeah,
on
he's
a
in
tour.
Ohio frequently.
Brett, friend of the show, Brett, and I think Aaron and the two married couples went to go see him.
Yeah.
They said it was fine.
Really?
Yeah, it was. They didn't love it.
Okay. Preston, who are you picking?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't
I
do parties.
I don't
He,
really do
he,
parties.
he likes Milo.
I just kind of just be like, oh, a party? Cool. Just tell me how it went.
I'll be at home gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're on. So I will watch the Steven Crowder video. I wish I could watch it. For me, I'm on Team DW. But I was interested where you were with that. So Jason, what do you have before we move on?
Okay, so we have a new baby in the Lauer Road family, right? What's the baby's name? Finn?
Finn.
Finn. So this will be relevant to that. And the rest of us have kids, so we've experienced this before. But would you rather eat baby food in adult portions or adult food in baby portions for the rest of your life?
Well, so like, can I eat
Like
baby-
every meal. Like this is your
Can
thing.
I only eat 3 times a day? Can I eat 40 times in a day?
Well, that's what babies do.
Well, that would be
true.
baby portions.
Right.
Adult food, baby portions. So you're just eating like that much.
Yeah. It's not even close for me. It's that.
Yeah.
Versus adult portions of baby food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a punishment.
That doesn't
really.
interest me.
So
Nothing about that is appealing.
at the baby shower,
Yeah.
I ate baby food,
Yeah.
and I would never do that again.
Yeah, baby
So
food's awful.
That
Yeah,
was
they
the
made him
worst
taste
thing.
it, and guess what it was?
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
all tasted like death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've never tasted it, but I like
See,
adult
that's-
portions.
See, Preston, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Men going to baby showers. This is the kind of stuff you do, right? You end up eating baby food. Back in the day,
I never did that.
guys used to just go smoke cigars and like go fishing or something,
Or golf
or
or something.
go golfing while the women. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just it's everything wrong with America. Men at baby showers. I'm on a mission.
to end up baby showers.
And if I could do
And gender reveals, by the way.
if I could, gender reveals would be on the list. If I could have one thing on my tombstone, it would be Dan Owings ended men going to baby showers and gender reveal parties. Like if that could be my legacy.
What's funny is the gender reveal party made this epic leap from nothing to everything, and it's everywhere. Now
what? Yeah.
we can't even do the gender thing anymore.
No,
which I
we're
think
not
is
allowed to
hilarious.
do that.
It's hilarious.
If I had thought of it and no one had ever done
The
it before,
first one.
I would have done it.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that's a cool idea. But I feel like at this point, I don't know.
Yeah, well, what if the X-ray's wrong?
In hindsight, I would have waited. We found out, but in hindsight, I would have liked to have waited until they were born. I think that would have been
Like,
fun.
Whoa, you're like looking and trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So, yeah, so that one's easy. So, are we going to get to the lemon lime
Oh, yeah,
sodas?
yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so here we go. We talked about this last week. There is a new competitor in the lemon lime. We've spent an inordinate amount of time talking about
Way too
lemon
much.
lime pop.
Like 6 times over the last 8 weeks.
We've talked about it a lot. I don't know why. I'm not even,
the
honestly,
flavor combination, I'll take this over any other soda.
Coke or root beer for me, almost any. I don't even remember the last time I drank one of these. Like, I have no memory of it.
Okay.
Ginger ale I like better than this. I mean,
Okay.
I like almost everything.
So this replaced Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist. So Sierra Mist is gone, and then they came with Starry. Now, what would be curious is this just Sierra Mist
That's what I want to know.
that's been bottled differently?
That's a very likely
Or is
scenario.
it, to me, that's probably exactly what it is. And then we've got the classic, which I would say the classic is 7-Up.
Yeah.
I think that's the OG. Okay, and then you've got Sprite. Now, right off the bat, I'm a big fan of marketing. All that kind of stuff is interesting.
Bottle wise, what is your favorite bottle right here?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't care for this. This is my least favorite.
Agreed.
It's a bit like Wow Wow Wubsy. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but that's what it feels like to me. I like the fact that 7-Up has they've stayed with this logo for quite a while.
Well, I'm just talking bottle. That's a short fatty.
I like a short fatty.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, no. As far as the bottle goes, you're not talking about the packaging?
No, I was just talking about the bottle
Just the
itself.
shape of the bottle.
Yes.
Oh, 7-Up.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I like the red cap.
Yes.
I'm going to get into that too. I like the red cap.
The
They're
children.
so immature.
I know.
Okay. So Sprite used to have a green bottle.
Yes.
Then they moved to a clear bottle.
I prefer the green bottle.
I also prefer the green
Green-
bottle.
yeah.
Yes, I think that's a huge thing. Now here in Starry, and guys, we're trying to do a show here. I mean, if we have any chance whatsoever of Daily Wire,
Any of 'em.
Blaze,
The Jews, the
any of these
Mormons,
guys
yeah.
picking us up, we're really going to need you to be like, I don't know, like 3rd grade. Like that's like baseline.
Elevate it to 3rd grade.
Like if you could just stay right there, that would be ideal. You know, like if I don't feel like I have like wild puppies in the studio, you know what I mean? Like if I could just count on something, you know.
Yeah.
Back to this, Jason.
Yeah. The important stuff.
So we have Starry and 7-Up. Both have a lemon and a lime image on their
Yeah,
packaging.
yeah.
Sprite does not. Okay, so that's something. I don't know that I love the new Sprite stuff as much. I will say, just on looks alone, for me,
Yeah.
this is subjective. For me, it's Sprite win. I mean, 7-Up wins.
Yeah.
I like
It's-
that one
It's
the
very
best.
nostalgic.
I like they went with the red cap.
Yeah.
You can see they all are very different. They went more with the lime green on here.
I feel like this is like WNBA colors. With
Yes,
the starry.
yes. This
Yeah.
is the
That's why I don't
WNBA.
like it.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Thank
This
you.
is the WNBA. This is the NBA.
And that's the old.
This is like the British Open. You know,
I was gonna say Harlem Globetrotters.
the Harlem Globetrotters. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll take the Harlem Globetrotters
Yeah,
all day,
absolutely.
every day.
It's
So
classic.
Do you know why Sierra Mist switched to Starry?
No.
To appeal more to the Gen Z shoppers,
Mm-hmm.
and because Sierra Mist only had less than 1% of the beverage market,
I believe it.
and so they said it's more citrusy,
oh,
but
So
it
they
is
changed
mint.
it.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So how are we gonna do this?
here's what I'd like one of us to blind taste test it.
Okay. Listen, I could drill them. You want to blind? I'll blind taste test them.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll pour one at a time into
Okay.
yours, and then
And
maybe
I
you
won't-
do the
I
same
won't
thing
look?
for me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just
and
kinda look away.
everyone remember, look away. So we'll just do one of
Just
these at
hand
a
me
time.
one at a time, just a
Whoa.
little bit, and I'll.
I got a little. All right, just
Fizzy.
a little. Just a couple fingers of Sprite there.
And
Okay,
I'm-
there we go.
I'm not looking.
There we go. All right. Oh,
What?
nothing. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Right off the bat, they all look the same. They're all very clear.
Yeah. Ready for this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's 100% 7-Up.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to look?
Oh my gosh, that's Sprite.
And I literally said
You
it was
said
Sprite.
Sprite.
I
That's
said
what
just a little bit
Oh,
of
I missed
Sprite
it.
here.
A little bit right here. And we're just like, what?
All right.
I love that he got the first one wrong
All right,
because before
turn away.
the show,
Oh, shut
he
up.
said 100. There's
Okay.
no doubt in his
Oh,
mind.
shut up. Oh, shut up, he says. Okay, here we go. All right, so next, I'm not going to say what it is.
2 fingers of the 7-Up.
It's not,
It's It's not Sprite.
It's not Sprite. I
Okay.
can guarantee you that. All right, there you go.
Okay, let's see here. That's 100% 7-Up.
Yes, it is 7-Up.
Okay. And this will be Starry.
And then, yeah, I guess this will be Starry.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. All right. So now, I guess this is a good way to do it.
There's
Now
no doubt.
Because
Sprite is sweeter than 7-Up.
really? Okay.
Yes.
All right, there you go. There's Starry.
Okay, here we go.
All right. This is a good way to do it. To see if you can, first of all, tell the difference between
Okay.
something you already know
I don't
and
care
then
for that.
try the new one. You don't care for that.
No, Sprite's my number
You
one.
like Sprite the best.
Yeah.
And then 7-Up.
Yeah.
And then Starry.
Yeah.
And
Starry's
you
the
don't
worst.
really care for Starry at all. Will you ever find yourself in a gas station and say,
Yes.
you know what, I'll have a Starry?
The problem is when we go to Cedar Point, they
Cedar
have...
Point.
Did the Sierra Mist? No. Where do we go? I get Sierra Mist somewhere. Oh, I know, Panera. Occasionally, if they're out of the lemonade that I like, I'll get the...
Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist.
So you'll go Starry there, maybe.
Probably.
All right, so give me... I want to do the same thing. I want to tell if I can tell the difference between
This
Sprite
time,
and 7-Up. Yeah.
I think don't give them the answer. Just you just answer,
Yeah.
but don't respond.
Okay,
to what
so
it
I'll
is.
just try
And then we'll-
each of them, and then retroactively, after I try
Yeah.
all three of them, you'll let me know.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, close your eyes.
Okay. I don't care for that. I'm going to guess it's Starry. I don't like it. I also never drink pop, so no odor to speak of on that one like the first one.
That's good.
I'm going to guess that that's 7-Up. That's my guess, is that that's 7-Up, but I don't really know.
Okay, last one.
I definitely like the second one more than I like the first one. And I'll say that's Sprite. Now, here's what I will say.
You switched the last two.
So
Yeah,
the first one was Starry,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
did not like it.
I didn't like it
I
either.
didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
But
And then you switched.
I got
to Sprite
7-Up and Sprite
7-Up.
wrong.
Yeah.
I will say the difference between Sprite and 7-Up was way less than I was prepared for.
Agreed.
I was prepared for them to taste very different because in my mind, Sprite and 7-Up are very distinct.
Oh yeah.
It turns out
They're the same thing.
they're basically the same thing. I mean, there might be a microscopic difference.
I swore because I told Jesse before.
Is different.
It is different.
It
I don't
is
like it.
different. I
like
don't
it.
care for it.
I think Sierra Mist was more like the Sprite.
It almost tasted like there was an artificial sweetener
I agree.
in there, although
Now,
there's not.
there's not. There is a Starry Zero sugar.
Yeah.
It's even worse
You tried it?
today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you tried the Starry yet? Have you
I haven't
tried
tried
it?
it
Yeah,
yet.
I
What
tried-
do you
I-
think of
well,
it?
I tried the zero sugar one.
Oh, right.
Pass that Starry over to Preston there.
Here we go. Yeah, take a drink of it.
Oh my gosh.
Just toss it.
He's trying to intercept it.
Well, I haven't tried the sugar
Okay.
version, so I'm gonna.
Oh man, it's off.
It's probably okay. It's probably okay. All right. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm blown away, absolutely blown away, that the difference between Sprite and 7-Up is negligible. It is very little.
Now, would you say there's a bigger difference between 7-Up and Sprite as there is with Blaze and Daily Wire?
Oh, that's a good question. So let's say Blaze, Daily Wire, and Steven Crowder.
Yes. Are these three?
We have to give
Okay,
one
I
of
like it.
these to
Yeah.
each one of them. So I would say that Blaze is definitely Starry. There's no doubt about that.
Little fruity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. It leaves a weird taste in your mouth. And then I would say Crowder is Sprite.
Okay, yeah.
And I would say Daily Wire is 7-Up.
I actually agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good. Let's hit Netflix.
It would have been good to have a generic, like Walmart brand lemon lime soda to see if I could tell the difference between that. I drink seltzer water all day, every day.
I almost bought a soda stream.
It's changed my life. Changed my life. I like these cups.
Netflix,
Solid.
watch
You
these
know what I
shows with us. Netflix, Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus, or maybe
maybe Amazon Prime or something like that, like YouTube, or we don't want to put a box around what you watch, so you never know.
Have you ever been watching a TV show or a movie and gotten so excited because they were drinking out of one of your cups? You're like, I have that cup.
No.
Has that ever happened to you?
No.
Oh, man, it happened. It's happened to me, and it's a wonderful thing. It happens to Erica all the time. Erica used to... I'm glad everybody's sitting down. This is kind of a big deal.
Okay.
She used to sell Tupperware. So, yeah. So, if we're watching something very old, she can, and they pull out some Tupperware, I mean, she can be like, she knows exactly what it is.
I sold that back in 1992.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was a 3-piece set.
So,
That lid isn't the right lid for that bowl.
If you buy the 8-piece set, you get the ship that comes with it.
I want that. All right. Jason, what is your Netflix suggestion of the week?
I'm currently paying for Netflix, at
Good.
least for another month.
Good.
So I'm trying to get all my Netflix stuff out.
Yeah, do it.
And the Great British Baking Show.
Oh, you finally watched it.
We're watching it now. We're on episode 2.
Oh, well, I can't really talk about it that much. Who's the guy that got kicked off? Was it a guy that got kicked off episode 1?
Yeah, he was no good.
He was the worst.
Yeah, and the
looked
Muslim girl just got kicked off.
It looked like he had just wandered onto the set and they gave him an apron.
Yeah,
That's
he
kind of
reminded me
like.
of Josh Cramp.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
mix between a hobbit and a dwarf.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, that was my
Sure,
take.
yeah.
So, Great British Baking Show. It's one of my favorite shows. It puts me in a happy place.
I love the Great British
The
Baking
music's
Show.
playing.
It's wonderful. They know what they are.
Yeah.
They're not trying to be something they aren't.
Right.
And they nail it.
They
And
nail
every
every
show
time.
has the
Every
same
time.
beats, the same. Everything is the same.
Set. Bake.
Break. It's wonderful. It is
Yeah.
a wonderful show. And I will say that a lot of
What, you know what? I want
What?
ambient worlds of the Great British
shut
Baking
up.
Show with the tent
up.
and the music.
Shut up. Search
and some
for it.
rain.
Search ambient worlds on YouTube.
If there's an ambient world,
ambient Great British Baking Show.
Oh my God, that's gonna be my
please
new
send
favorite
it to
thing.
me immediately because I don't know why I never thought of that.
it just came to me.
But it literally blew my mind.
Would that not be the best?
It would
thing?
be the best. It
The
would
best.
make me so happy.
Yes.
So here's the thing. A lot of these reality shows, like these baking shows, I've tried to watch others. Same thing with these like home shows. They are way too dramatic.
Yes.
There's this assumption that you're looking for this drama, right?
Right.
And I'm not looking for that. I want to relax.
I just want to be happy.
Like there's a lot of drama in the real world. I
Right.
want to escape that real world,
Right.
and I want to be calm. Okay, like, and part of that I know is my personality. Like, for instance, I walk and listen to things a lot, and one of my favorite things to listen to is the Lord of the Rings books. My favorite part of the Lord of the Rings books to listen to.
Tom Bombadil.
I love Tom Bombadillo. No, I like Tom Bombadil. More than Tom Bombadil, I like the beginning of the book when nothing is wrong.
Yeah.
Everything is right. And they're just talking about hobbits living life.
Yeah.
And like going off to the bar and having a pint and
Dancing with Rosie.
Yeah, and talking about farming and potatoes and stuff. That's my if I could just have 10 hours of that, just listening to J.R.R. Tolkien describe the life of a hobbit.
Yes.
I would do it. In fact, I think that they should, I don't know if I've ever told you this, they should do an Office-style 30-minute comedy
that would be
placed
great.
in the Shire.
That would be so good.
How good would that be?
That'd be fantastic.
That'd be wonderful.
Is
It'd
there an
be
ambient
so
world's
good.
Great British Baking Show?
So there's something similar, yes.
Similar or
Great British Baking Show branded?
Not branded, no.
Okay.
Okay. It might not
Okay,
be.
well, I need that Great British Baking Show. I'll get in contact with some people. Not a big deal, but thanks to Levi and I, there's now an Ambient Worlds Braveheart because every video that the guy ever made, we would both comment, we need a Braveheart Ambient Worlds,
funny.
and he would always be like, hey guys, I'm working on it, yeah.
Okay.
And then he
so
released
the new goal, all of the listeners need to get on Ambient Worlds and say, we want a Great
Yeah.
British Baking Show.
Yes.
Ambient Worlds.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
So yes, Ambient Worlds. Yeah. Okay. So a Great British Baking Show is wonderful. It's a great
Yes,
show.
fantastic.
Have you seen that Christian Bale movie, the Pale Blue Eye?
No.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
I haven't watched it, but I've been interested in it. He plays oh shoot, what's the I think he's Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, yeah. I did watch that.
Oh, you did watch
I
it?
did watch that.
You know, Howard Shore does the music for it. I don't
It
know if
was
you knew that.
very good.
Is it?
Did you watch it with us, Harrison? No, it was.
I've been interested in it.
It was like a mystery type
Yeah.
of thing. Yes, it was actually very good.
Okay.
I liked
all right.
it a lot.
Okay.
So
All right. I'm interested in it.
he was like a soldier.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It was very, very good.
Okay, good. Finn, come on, man. All right.
Just trying to get on the show.
He is trying to get on the show. So I my Netflix suggestion of the week can be found on YouTube. There are a couple of I'm just going to suggest two. I know I've been doing this a lot lately. I take liberties. But my two that I would suggest is there's these two history channels on YouTube that I like a lot. One is called Chronicle. And they do a lot of I'm watching a 4-hour history of the Vikings. It's so good. I've been super into the Vikings lately. I've been really reading and listening to and watching a lot of things about Vikings.
I love Vikings.
Love a Viking.
Yeah.
Love a Viking. So there's this long history of the Vikings. It's very interesting. And then
I don't think they were as bad as what people made them out to be.
Well, see, this is the thing, Jason.
Yeah.
There's this idea that they were just pillagers, pirates, right? And that's what they would do. But that sort of stuff was happening to them before they ever did it, right? And so they, at some point, in order to protect themselves, there's
a good defense is a good offense.
You're going to be the aggressor,
Yeah.
right? And also the thought process is too that they would show up. Right. Here's the thing. It is so crazy because there would be wars where you would be fighting these people and you have no idea who you're fighting.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Living in a world in which you're in
People
the
just
army
show up.
and they send you out, go fight this army, and you're like, who are they? We don't know. They just showed up, but they're wearing these big horns on their heads.
They got big bendy
And
horns.
They got these axes and war paint and stuff, and you're like, I don't know, where did these guys come from? It's a crazy situation that actually happened.
Right.
And the thought process is that they kind of did it up maybe in a way because it's more like a crime than it is a war. And if you were committing a crime, what do you want to do? You want to put a mask on. You want to show up when they don't expect you.
Yeah.
You want to get in and out as soon as you can. And that's what they did, in and out as soon as they could. Smash and grab, and then we're gone. That's why they had multiple ships that were fast and they could get out of there.
The riots of 2020.
And they ultimately, they were hitting off monasteries were the ones that they did.
Well,
and then eventually,
that's where the big money's at.
yeah, there's, it's wherever there's an action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So eventually those monasteries, end up over a period of time moving inward, inland where they were on the shore before. So anyway, it's very interesting. So the Chronicle, they've got a lot of different documentaries. It's some sort of British thing. I like it a lot. Chronicle is very good. And then the other one is called Epic History TV. I watched a 5-parter last night on the history of Russia, beginning to end. It's fascinating. It's really good. I really like it.
My favorite history program to watch is Drunken History. Have you seen it?
I'm aware of it.
It's very good.
It's not a bad idea.
It's very, very good. It's very entertaining.
Sure. Yeah.
And somewhat accurate.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So anyway, if you like history, then I would suggest those two things. I've been enjoying it. There's a guy called Dan Carlin, and he has a podcast called Hardcore History.
Yeah.
It's very good.
I subscribe.
You do?
Yeah.
He just had a new one that came out on Vikings, and it blew my mind. Because I've been totally into Vikings. I'm like, 5 hours from Dan Carlin talking about
Sign me
Vikings?
up.
Yeah, right now. I was literally listening to it on my way here when I was walking here.
Yeah.
It's so good. All right. Either of you have Netflix suggestions?
No, I've been reading a lot.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Preston?
Yes.
Coloring books don't have very many words.
Yeah.
No, they're picture books.
Okay, Preston, what's your Netflix?
The Last of Us on HBO Max.
The Last of Us.
Yes.
Now, that stars the dude from The Mandalorian.
Yes.
Right. I saw it. I didn't watch it, but I saw that it exists. What is it about?
It's based upon a video game series, but it's post-apocalyptic. But it's not.
You got me there.
It's not zombies though.
No.
It's like a fungus.
A fungus.
yeah.
Okay.
So there's an actual fungus that exists
Uh-huh.
that they take over hosts and they devour the bodies from inside.
Uh-huh.
But it's like that mutated to people, and then it rapidly spread. But there's no cure because it's a fungus. It's not a bacteria. But yeah, first episode came out. It's very accurate.
You had me
game.
at post-apocalypse.
So, but it didn't drop a whole season.
No, it's like an episodic.
I will say I did watch, I think, one of your suggestions.
Which one?
Severance.
Oh, yeah, it's really good, isn't it? Did you watch the whole thing?
Yes.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Well, first of all, I couldn't not watch it because I was like, we got Apple TV because we got a new iPhone with our new plan, and so it's Apple TV free for a year or something like that. And I love Adam Scott.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just watch the first episode and see if it's appropriate, if we can watch it. And from an appropriate standpoint, it's
fine.
It's fairly clean. There's one scene towards the end that's weird, but evil, weird thing. But it was like we watched it Sunday night. We watched like 3 episodes Sunday night, and we have Monday off. And Erica and I, we
Let's just
both
finish it.
We both looked at one another. We're like, listen, if we don't just finish this today, I don't know how we can move on with life.
Yeah.
And we're like, let's just decide right now. This is what's going to happen.
Right.
And so we tore through it all.
Yeah.
And I liked the ending of it.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh. And then we're immediately checking when does season 2 drop? Because I'm hoping I'm a year
soon.
late to the party.
No, yeah, you are.
And then they'll come out with the next one.
It's coming out.
It's one of the most creative things. It's directed by Ben Stiller. I don't know if you knew this.
Yeah.
It's one of the most creative things that I've ever seen.
It's really good.
It's so good.
I watched it as they were coming out live.
Really?
So I had to wait week after week.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. At the end, Erica is just like holding the blanket up, and she's like, "Look at the picture. Look at the picture. Look at the picture. Just look at the picture. Look at the picture." You know,
I don't want to give too much away because it really takes some twists and turns.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite scenes is when she's walking out the building and walking right back in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And like the reveal of
I
that.
know,
I'm
I
like,
know.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so creative. All right, that's a show.
Hey guys, you want to hear my Nazi knock knock joke?
No, we don't.
No.
You're not allowed to do jokes that Kanye would like. That's a rule.
Can do it anyway.
Hey, after the show,
Knock knock.
who's there?
9. We will be the ones asking the questions here.
Okay, yeah, I don't think it's that funny.
I don't know. That's more angry German than Nazi.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you ever considered
That's kinda racist.
doing a podcast for dogs?
Yeah, I think
Dogcast?
Dogcasts, where you just like make like panting noises and stuff.
And like maybe a dog whistle?
Yeah, just
You
like
know?
a long dog whistle.
And like say things like, you want to go to the park?
Good boy.
Bacon,
Yeah.
bacon.
Yeah.
Want a treat?
Okay.
Snack?
Good potty?
Roll over.
You know what, Daily Wire? If that's
We'll do Dogcast.
if that's what it
We
takes,
will do Dogcast.
and we'll do it for half of what you offer Steven Crowder. Okay, I'd like to see you get a better offer somewhere else. This is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Sit, Bubba, sit. Good dog.
I have spoken.
9.